And we are still going. So, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by myself, second of, God, calm down, guy. Just putting all those effigies that I've been putting in their village, all that, on hiatus. Start just putting them right in front of my house. I mean, it's easier than having to pick up the limbs and go over there, since you can only carry so many limbs at once. And I think it counts the arms and legs as the same thing. And also, I'm being quote-unquote attacked. Yeah, they're jangling. Jangling at me. Don't you jangle at me. Go to sleep. Nope, that got no stamina back. What confused us is, like, sometimes I've been able to go to sleep when they've been around. Sometimes I can't. So I'll just eat this regenerating food. So yeah, here we go. As you can see, here's my my platform. Oh, you would be right there. Yes, you would. And look, I'm not gonna lie. I have set myself on fire a few times with this, but overall, it's been pretty good. Stop looking at your hand. See, what I like to do is, I like, once I have all these lit up, although I can't really reach that one on the right, it's just pretend that I am their god of fire, and just wave my arms around wildly, make a lot of noise, or as much noise as I can, and just hope they come and burn themselves as a sacrifice to their new god, which they do quite often. And I don't know what I'm doing here. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, okay. I'm looking for whoever this guy is. He's underneath the plane somehow. You can hear him. It's coming from underneath the plane. I don't know. And you can also see to the left. No, turn to the left past me. Turn to the left. I'm not gonna turn to the left. I'm gonna probably try to set this on fire. That's not gonna work. No idea where that guy is. Not sure if I ever found him or not. Trusty lighter. You never run out of things. I still wish I knew why the birds love fire so much. It's like, oh yeah, see that guy? He's dead. He's actually dead. You wouldn't know, but he's totally dead. He is not in like Flynn. I think he'd be dead like Fred. I don't know how the science works. So do that. Yeah, see, there's the guy. There's the guy. Oh god, it's kind of sad. You can actually light two of those at the same time if you kind of do it in the middle. Oh, that other guy, he's just mesmerized over there. Oh, and there's another guy. Oh, no. Oh, he's just doing some gymnastics past me. Yeah. Caught me slipping. Yeah, a lot of jumping around like an idiot. Oh, hey, it's a flashlight guy. I wonder how long their flashlights work, because mine didn't last that long. Oh god, it's just back into fire, and then she's like, oh, I'll help you, and oh, no. I mean, I can't even trick the lizards and rabbits into catching fire for me, and what does that say about you as a people? They don't. Just another dead guy, and god, the birds, they're like moths. This guy has a really good jump on him. Now, is this when it happens? Nope. I like how the legs just kind of... It's like in a horror movie. Like, you see a horror movie where someone gets like decapitated or cut in half by piano wire. I saw one where this guy, it's just like he walks past some piano wire that has been set up at like waist length and just cuts him in half. Like that's you are clearly overestimating the power of piano wire. You can walk into it without it just slicing you in half. It's not lasers. Yeah, here we go. So I got so many body parts. So I need to put some of these up. Make one of the big ones. Just throw all his arms up there. It seems like you go into your inventory, it seems like you only have one arm that you can carry. Or one leg or whatever. But you make one of these and nope, clearly you've been carrying more arms and legs than your inventory would lead you to believe. Oh, and hunting for heads. That's fun. Head hunting. Not the traditional head hunting, but the new head hunting, where you try to figure out, is that a rock or is that a head? Because I need heads. Heads are the hardest part to get. Because I think these guys explode into like maybe 3 times as many limbs as they should have. Is this it? Yep! Uh-huh, yeah. So, apparently sometimes that'll happen. Apparently sometimes that'll happen. And since that was my first death of this game, I get brought back to their cave. But by whom? I'm not quite sure, considering they're all dead, but I don't know, maybe one guy showed up. They don't take my snacks. I don't understand why they don't take my snacks or my medicine. Or even my flashlights, they love those. I like how they must have just like carefully carried back that tray of cold, kind of rotting food. Just making sure not to spill the stew. Now, more rags I can't use, I think. A lot of people complains about these caves, you know, you really only have to go to them once. Saying like, oh, it's too hard to get out of these caves, I always die immediately, and blah, 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 blah. I never understood that, cause I've been to these caves quite a few times. Like, I've been sent to them as a result of dying. Since, you know, that whole thing where you couldn't save for a long time, and you just had to keep starting new games. Ah, my flashlight, oh. If only I know the secret problem with the flashlight, is that it doesn't last. It just doesn't last. Use it sparingly, past self. Well, anyway, people complain about the caves and how difficult they are. Nope, I've had no problem with these caves when my intent is to simply get out of the caves. I've just gotten out of the caves. Out of like maybe 5 times I encountered guys once, and it was only a couple guys, so wasn't that big of a deal. And also this flare gun is amazing. I learned it from the grapevine. There's a floating magazine. And it will be my good friend here as I decide that I will descend into the caves, which are apparently much larger than it would seem. So I'm not really sure what you gotta do to get lost in these caves. I imagine you just take the path that I'm going to take. That involves me going deeper into the caves, but it doesn't seem like the most obvious path to take. You got your axe, you go chop up the boards on the way out. No. Who's whistling? Cut that out. Wind, you're not my friend. And apparently they took all of the older style luggage back to their caves. They like the aesthetic of it better. Unfortunately, there's nothing in those yet. Okay, so help me out here. Stalactite is the one that comes from the top, And the stalagmite is the one that comes from the bottom. What happens if a stalactite and a stalagmite fuse in the middle? What do you call that? Something else, I'm sure. What are those at the ceiling? Are those fingers? Crawling around through caves. It's a great American pastime. More dead bodies. I wish I knew what fighting all the passengers did. Okay, so this is not the way out. The way out is further back. I think it's that other... And you see my flashlight is dying. But I couldn't figure out what this area was last time I was here. Nope. Just gotta... I don't know, what am I doing here? You go back to the flare gun, you fool. You need that. But yeah, I suppose people saw the light and figured, oh, you should just go towards the light. That's the way. No, it's candles. It's just candles. Candles aren't gonna lead you out. Yeah, I think it's like the left path before you get to the candle room. And that's the way out. Something. Oh god, here we go. This is the first time I've seen these personally. And I'm not entirely sure what is occurring right here. They seem... I figured they must just be glitching out here, or they are too busy battling and or having sex to, like, what is, they got nice butts, but, see, that seems to be some sort of fighting slash, look how shiny they are. God, they're glistening with, like, they must, the other natives must, like, oil them down as some kind of, there's nothing. It's fire, they don't care. Care about fire. And they're, I don't, is, maybe it's a mating dance. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm making things better or worse for them, but I can get right up on top of them. Is that the front? I don't know. And they're kind of flailing at me, but nothing's really happening. Nor is anything happening on my end either. Did I just make a noise? Is that me? Was I getting hurt from that? Oh yeah, one of them managed to hit me, got my armor down. Fortunately, shooting off a flare gun doesn't give you the same amount of light as just putting a flare down. Crevices. Sweet crevices. I'm not gonna lie. Find those, there's something very erotic about those, creatures. Don't tell me I'm the only one, because I know I'm not. I can't get to my house through here. I need mining equipment. And here's the skull room. I made one of the skull rooms. They got a lot of skull rooms, maybe, and that is... I don't know what that is. I'd like to see, like, a full map of this whole thing, because I explored pretty in depth, but I imagine it might go further. I wasn't able to really... yeah, sometimes things take a while to load. I wasn't able to really get... you know, to make sure I got all the branching paths and all of that, like a Japanese dating sim. And oh, look, guys. I wish I had a reticle of some sort. Especially with Molotovs. One time I got Molotovs, once I figured out how to make them, and I got nothing from it. Farting sounds. That'll cover up the mistake I just made. That's what I learned in voice acting school. That I ended up losing at least half of my Molotovs just because they missed. And this water, I don't know what's going on, because it looks like water underneath. They got that, but where does it lead? Does it lead anywhere? Who knows? I don't even seem to need oxygen. Yet. That did nothing. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Okay, I gotta check my crappy flashlight, man. What's the number of flares you have there are connected to the number of flares you have in your lighter? Well, I mean, right now the lighter is infinite, but... well, not the lighter, the gun. Well, the lighter is also infinite. We got a lot of infinite things here. We got a lot of infinite things and a lot of disappearing things, so it's kind of a balance. It's a balance of glitchiness. This is me questioning whether or not I should take a souvenir. However, given what happened last time, God, dude. Eat a candy bar. Pass to me. Make him eat a candy bar. Thank you. Oh, jeez. These tiny holes. And the times when it seems like you won't have to crouch. And why do they have so many plastic pails? Yeah, I think this is along the way out here. Yep, that's the way out. Though that's a bit terrifying, because I've seen people just fall through the world and die from that. So seeing a big chunk of texture... like that. And the light just changes all of a sudden. It seems like it's dark out. It's not dark out. It is in fact quite light out. I wish this guy had any map making skills to speak of. It's like, yeah, maybe you'll get that at some point in the future. Suddenly entirely dark. I pick up a stick, and I just have the stick. Put it in your inventory! Jesus. Just bashing my head on these stalactites, and now all of a sudden light is coming through. I don't know what that's about. Are these translucent stalactites that are bringing light through? I don't, some of these kind of look like they're holes, which is neat. But this is the point where I just get incredibly lost. I'm really getting sick of that lighter sound and what... don't know what you'd classify those as. I mean, for one, they're diagonal. And also they defy physics, but... Were there any other paths in there? I don't know. And now here's more light, which I don't think was there before. And it looks like it's underwater almost. More than it's a hole or like a wet cave ceiling. So yeah, there's that hole. Just stick yourself in as many holes as you can find. That's... Oh, it's the tooth hole. The tooth hole. I think there's a term for that. Tooth hole. What in the world is occurring? I don't... Tooth hole sounds like a great name for a band. I'm sure it's already taken. And here's the floating skull room. Be nice if there was at least stuff you can find down here, you know, to make you want to come down here. Other than just guys who did not notice me until I shot him, apparently. So yeah, this guy, I think this guy is entirely new. But look at him. Look at him. He's got nothing going on. He's got nothing going on down there. What is that? Why is everything glowing so much? And what the hell is that? I really never have any idea where I'm going, so... Now, see that? Actually, that just looks like the rock texture with something wrong with it. Another skull room. Or no, that's probably the same skull room, and I'm yeah, I'm backtracking. This is exactly where I was before. I'm gonna find those bodies that I killed. Well, I didn't kill the bodies, I killed the people when they were bodies, but... wait, or is it? Or is it another cavern? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. How are you supposed to discover those guys? Do you jump? No. This is the same exact. Don't. I guess just going outside triggered all the light. All the inexplicable light. So you get a little bit more. Everything's really freaky looking with the flare. I'm really not sure how you're meant to figure those guys out. Unless you can build a ladder or something. Going right past those floating skulls again. I wonder how many people have actually built down in the caves and have not died instantly. I mean, as long as you got that flare gun. You know, I mean, though it'd be a bitch trying to get wood and stuff down here. Food, that also. It's like, just don't build in the caves. Oh, jeez, here's another guy. God, this lighter! And that's the same way I went before. Don't go down that way, you just went that way. Go down this way. Is that the place I just went? That seems to be the place I just went. Don't go down there past me. Good. Don't go that way. Well. This might be the point where I just get sick of this. I'm like, yeah, there's nothing down here. I mean, I already saw the fighting / mating spider mutants. I mean, there's not really much more. God, I really want to set their stuff on fire. It's just so badly. Look, it's so flammable looking. It's thatch roofed. Thatch roofed, I believe, is how it's pronounced. I can't use that mud for anything anymore. Maybe it's because I'm covered in blood. I can't put mud on top of the blood. Though I rightly should be able to. See, now some of these guys are burnt. Some, whoever those are, if they're passengers or... Oh, tennis ball. Tennis ball. Ignore it. Pass self. Good. That's what I was saying. So some of those guys are burnt, which would imply... that's lovely. It's not washing off the blood, though, and I can still do that and things catch fire underwater. Glad I know that things catch fire now. I will have fun with that once I reacquire the flamethrower or the flare gun. Yeah, when I have to reacquire it for reasons. Yeah. Notice how I was making a walking sound as I was swimming? Yeah, that's a thing. But God, look how flammable it is. So anyway, they must have fire in order to burn these people. So they understand the principles of burning. But, you know, you get into fire and you catch fire and then you burn and it's not fun. It's not great. It's not great. And yet, they continue to set themselves on fire. You know, I assume that's their dedication to me, their new god, you know, working there. There's never even really that much stuff in these places. In fact, I rarely even see any of the natives here. They don't like hanging out. They're so obsessed with patrolling. And things are about to get very interesting. I'm gonna analyze this. Pause. Reverse. Zoom in. Enhance. It would seem that that guy just hit me once and then I died. Is what would seem. But now at least I know how many days I survived. 11. Which is pretty impressive. Though not so much because I was cheating. And then it always shows you that. So, there is that. For now. Because sometimes when you try to load up, it's broken as hell.